May 13th, 2021. The Biden administration will resume construction on the southern border wall as the immigration crisis continues to spiral. The United States Army Corps of Engineers will restart construction on a 13.4-mile stretch of wall in the Rio Grande Valley. The decision reportedly follows pressure from local residents and politicians to mend the crossing surge. Navy SEALs from Virginia Beach are in Romania this month as part of a contingent of American Special Forces taking part in Trojan Footprint, a military exercise across 5 Eastern European countries that involve 600 NATO and non-NATO forces. This includes troops from Ukraine and Georgia, which have both been invaded by Russia in recent years. The training is taken part alongside this month's much larger Defender Europe 21 NATO joint exercises, which have some 28,000 forces participating from 26 different countries. Palestinian terrorists in the Gaza Strip renewed rocket fire into Israel at dawn Thursday after the 3-hour lull in attacks overnight. Meanwhile, the Israeli Defense Forces continued to attack what it said were key Hamas targets, destroying the terror group's treasuries and hitting more top leaders.
Israel has a right to defend itself. Palestinians have a right to live in safety and security. And the most important thing going forward now is to take down the violence.
My national security staff and defense staff has been in constant contact with their counterparts in the Middle East, not just with the Israelis, but also with everyone from the Egyptians to the Saudis to the Emiratis, etc. And I had a conversation with Bibi Netanyahu not too long ago. I'll be putting out a statement very shortly on that. My expectation and hope is that this will be closing down sooner than later. But Israel has a right to defend itself when you have thousands of rockets flying into your territory.
A Minnesota judge has ruled that there were aggravating factors in the death of George Floyd, paving the way for the possibility of a longer sentence for Derek Chauvin. In his ruling, Judge Peter Cahill found that Chauvin abused his authority as a police officer when he restrained Floyd last year, and that he treated Floyd with particular cruelty. He also cited the presence of children when he committed the crime and the fact Chauvin was part of a group with at least 3 other people. As U.S. political leaders grow increasingly desperate to persuade Americans to get the coronavirus vaccine, Ohio Governor Mike DeWine on Wednesday topped offers of baseball tickets and beer with a $1 million prize drawing. DeWine, a Republican, said 5 Ohio residents would win the money in once-a-week drawings for adults who have received at least 1 dose of the now plentiful vaccine. The money will come from federal pandemic relief funds.
2 weeks from tonight, on May 26th, we will announce a winner of a separate drawing for adults who have received at least their first dose of the vaccine. This announcement will occur each Wednesday for 5 weeks, and the winner each Wednesday will receive $1 million.
A uniformed NYPD cop was shot 3 times, including once in the bulletproof vest, while responding to reports of gunfire in Brooklyn on Wednesday night. When the cops told the suspect to stop, he turned around and opened fire, striking one of the officers in the back portion of the bulletproof vest, the buttocks, and the back of his leg. The suspect also suffered a gunshot wound in the confrontation and was taken into custody.
The officers stopped their unmarked auto, get out to investigate, and immediately the male pulls a firearm, turns on the officers, and begins to shoot.
But they did exactly the right thing because, in fact, this individual had done, from everything we are seeing at this moment, had done harm and would have done more harm, and then turned on our officers.